Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today video we're going to be talking about how much does it actually cost to buy your home. This is for first time home buyers. How much does it actually cost? Well, does it cost zero? For first time home buyers, you actually need to follow some procedures to be able to get your first home. We all dream of owning a home. Today I'm going to be focusing on three things you need to be able to buy your first home. Number one, actually you need to build your credit. You need about 640 credit score. If you want the best interest rate, try and build your credit to the 700s, and that way you will be able to get the lowest interest rate. Number two will be fixed costs. These are costs that you can now actually avoid, or maybe you can, depending on what program you're going for. And then the third one will be the down payment. Well, if you haven't watched my video about how to build your credit, if you don't have any credit score, please go back and watch that. If you also have a low credit and you want to increase it, please go watch my video how to increase your credit score. So let's get into it. So first, you need 640 credit score. No, you need 620. You need 620 credit score. But 620 credit score is not going to give you the best interest rate. But if you really want to go ahead and buy your own home, you're tired of renting and then you need to move on to buying your own home, then 620 is the lowest that you can use to apply for a mortgage loan. So number one, credit score. So now I know if you're here, you already have like at least a 620 credit score. So the next one will be fixed cost. Yeah, fixed cost. What are these fixed costs? So if you're a first time home buyer, once you get approved with your lender or the financial institution that is financing this loan for you, your next thing is to start shopping. So shopping for your home. So let's say in this scenario, you got approved for a 200,000. So yeah, now you start searching. What are the fixed costs that you cannot avoid, or depending on the program you're using, you might be able to avoid it. Fixed cost. Number one, appraisal cost. Once you find a home, you will need someone to appraise the home. These lenders will not just give you a $200,000 to go secure the loan that worth $60,000. No, they will need an appraiser. They will need someone to come appraise the home, make sure the home worth that money that they're lending you. So appraisal cost, depending on the state that you live in. Where I live, Colorado, appraisal cost ranges from 600 to 700. So yeah, you need 700. So in this scenario, I'm going to say 700. So you need 700 as appraisal cost. Next, you need earnest money. What is earnest money? So once you put in an offer for a house, the seller will need something to secure your offer. Once you get under a contract with a seller, they usually require some down payment. Well, this down payment will be taken out of your closing costs, but they will need you to secure something, to put down something just to make that offer valid. It ranges from 1,000 to 2,500, I believe so, depending on what state you live in. But in Colorado, it does ranges from 1,000 to 2,500. Don't worry, that 2,500 will be put towards your closing costs, or will be taken out of your closing costs once you're doing all the paperwork. So it's not something that is going to go for free. Well, you will get your money back, but you need to secure that makes your contract valid. So appraisal costs $700, NS money, I'm going to say $2,500. Next, under fixed costs, you're going to be needing your closing costs. Well, closing costs does include your origination fee, and then you pay your escrows in advance. So your taxes, if you have HOA, and then your insurance, you need to pay that in advance. The cost ranges from 1% up to 3%. If you find a very, very badass, if you find a very badass realtor, they will be able to negotiate with the seller to pay your closing costs. Also, some of the banks also do offer to pay your closing costs. So you have two options. Your badass realtor needs to negotiate with the seller to pay the closing costs, or look for a financial institution that is willing to pay your closing costs. So let's say in this case, your financial institution is paying your closing cost. So yeah, there's no closing cost. Your closing cost will be $0. So now you have appraisal fee of $700. You do have NS money of $2,500, and then your financial institution is having this promotion that they're going to be paying your closing costs. But what besides you, if they're paying your closing costs, that means they will be paying the origination fee and some little stuff, but not your escrow. You need to pay your escrow out of your pocket. So your taxes, your insurance, and then if you buy a house from a neighborhood that has HOH, you need to pay HOH. So these three things need to be paid in advance. So let's say in this scenario, that's like $1,000. So we put that escrow $1,000. Escrow $1,000. Appraisal fee $700, NS money $2,500. Total $4,200. That will be under fixed cost. Next, we're moving to down payment. Do you really need a down payment to buy a home? Yes, and at the same time, no. It all depends on the program that you will be taking. So there are a few types of mortgage programs that these financial institutions do offer. The first one is FHA program. Well, FHA program, full name is Federal Housing Administration. With FHA program, you need to come up with 3.5%. In this scenario, we're saying you're buying a $200,000 house. So you will need to come up with 3.5% if you're going with the FHA program. So that will be $7,000 as your down payment. Second program, there is FHA program with a down payment assistant. That's the second one. With FHA program with a FHA with down payment assistant, the government will assist you with 3% down payment, and then you will need to just come up with just 0.5%. Just so you know, if you go with the FHA with down payment assistant, your interest rate is a little bit higher. So your monthly payment will be a little bit higher. Not that much higher though, as compared to if you're renting. It will still be, there will still be an add-on a little bit, like $50 a month or $80 a month. So in this scenario, if you go with the FHA with down payment assistant, you will only come up with 0.5%. The government will be paying 3% for you, and you just come up with 0.5%, which will be like $1,000. And the government will take care of the 6,000 for you. But like I said, your interest rate will be a little bit higher than someone who went for just the FHA without down payment assistance. Number 3, VA loan. So VA loan. People that are in the military, thank you for your service. Yeah. If you're in the military, you can use the VA loan. With VA loan, you don't have to come up with any down payment. They have a program that take care of the down payment. You don't have to come up with down payment, and also you avoid private mortgage insurance too if you're in the military. Mostly the military people do save this to buy their dream home, like the big purchase that they want to, because that time they don't have to come up with a down payment, and then they do avoid private mortgage insurance, which is great. Next one will be conventional loan. Conventional loan. With conventional loan, you need to have a good credit. Your credit score needs to be in the 700s to be able to qualify for this program. Conventional loan, it depends on what the institution do offer. It starts by 5%. You can do 5%. You can do 10%. You can do 20% down payment. It all depends. So let's say in this scenario, we will be taking conventional loan for 200,000, and then we are going for the 5% down payment. So with 5% down payment, you are looking at 10,000. You're looking at a down payment of 10,000. So 10,000, you will also have the best interest rate if you go with the conventional loan. Because well, if you go with a conventional loan, you will need a total of 14,200 to buy this $200,000 home. If you go with the FHA with down payment assistance, you will have to pay your fixed cost, which is 4,200 plus 0.5% down payment, which is $1,000, and that would be 5,200. If you choose to go with the VA, you don't really need to pay any down payment, and this is for the military. If you're not in the military, you don't qualify for that. It's not an option for you. You don't have to come up with any down payment with a VA program, and then you only need to pay your fixed cost, which is 4,200. If you go with the FHA with no government assistance, you will have to come up with your down payment of 7,000 plus your fixed cost of 4,200. That's 11,200. Well, you have to consult with your financial institution or your lender to see what programs that they have set in place for you. I also put this you do need 2 years of stable income. That's 2 years of taxes to be able to apply for a mortgage. Some companies request 2 years, others do request 3 or 4 years depending on what lender you're going for, but you need at least 2 years of taxes to be able to apply for a mortgage loan. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like this video. Please click like, share, and leave a comment below. Love you. Bye.